Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we can go ahead and get started now. My name is Armani. I'm a 200-hour certified yoga instructor. Super glad to be here. Super glad to help with Juneteenth. I'll go ahead and get started with a couple logistics. If you are new to yoga, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I'm glad to have you. Yoga is an opportunity for you to see yourself in a different way, hear your thoughts in a different way. Usually the way you operate on the mat and in poses that you might not want to hold, or the frustration that you might have while you're in a pose, that probably is the same way you react in real life off of the mat. So I encourage you to try to understand your thoughts and not judge them at the same time, but just recognize where they're coming from. But at the end of the day, just push through it, because you got it at the end of the day. What else do I have for you? Thank you for the African American Community Service Agency for allowing me to host this and sponsoring this event. And happy Juneteenth, a little early, but regardless, we still celebrate it today on behalf of the agency. Please recognize the difference between pain and discomfort. So if something is just, it's annoying to hold, you don't really want to be here, blah, 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 like that's probably you being uncomfortable. But if something really does hurt and your body is telling you, listen, pull back, and maybe listen for one of the other modifications that I've guided us through to get to that pose. And through this class, I encourage you to try to listen, like stay in your own zone and do the poses as you do them, but try to listen for the cues that I give first instead of looking, because I don't want you to judge my progress over your progress with the practice. But at the same time, I want you to be able to try to still be in your own flow. But if you still are a little confused, go ahead and look at the screen. And then if you're still confused, we have Takia. She's monitoring the chat on behalf of the African American Community Service Agency. So you can type in your question there if you need to as well. What you'll need, if you usually do have a little bit of knee pain whenever we kneel, you can go ahead and grab a blanket, a sweater, pillow, something that you can kind of tuck under your knees. And if you feel like doing like knee flexion like this usually hurts, go ahead and grab a pillow, blanket, or something that will wrap behind our knees while we're in child's pose. We're going to be doing more of a chill class. At least during my classes with the agency a couple of weeks ago, we were doing strength and then stretching, but in this class, we'll just mainly be focusing on the stretching aspect, clearing our mind, clearing our body of all of the stagnant energy that still might be there throughout the rest of the week and these last couple of weeks that have been going on. Without further ado, we can go ahead and get started. So if you haven't grabbed that pillow, that blanket, that sweater, go ahead and grab it now. And then you can allow yourself to sit. You can prop up your seat here as well. And I encourage you to go ahead and close your eyes or find a nice soft gaze in front of you. Hi, everyone. Also, if you want to make sure that my screen is your main thing, you can go ahead and like click my video and then you can say pin this video, or you can do speaker view because everyone should be muted and no one else's video sound should be coming through. But regardless, find your nice comfortable seat. Have a nice soft gaze or close your eyes. And we'll go ahead and just start to focus on the breath. Take a nice inhale. Hold at the top. And release. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, release. Or maybe you want to release it through your lips or your nose. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Now, throughout the practice, try to really send breath to your belly. So if you need to physically place your hands on your belly to ensure that you are holding the breath here, you can. So as you inhale, feel the expansion of the belly. As you exhale, feel it fall. Assess the quality of your breath tonight, or today, excuse me. Is it a balanced breath? Are you taking even breaths? Your inhales match the length of your exhales. If you're not there yet, maybe try to achieve a count of 4 inhale and a count of 4 exhale, or longer if your practice allows. So as you continue to stay focused on your breath, aiming for a count of 4 or higher on your inhales or exhales, I'll go ahead and read an excerpt from a book. It's a daily affirmation book that I read. If you were in any of my classes, welcome back to this book. If not, I will share the details at the end. Still keeping a nice soft gaze in front of you, or with your eyes closed as you focus on your breath. The quote is, "Power concedes nothing without a demand," by Frederick Douglass. Have you noticed how long hard times seem to last? And don't rainy days seem to go on forever? Do life's difficulties appear to multiply rapidly? When hard times, difficulties, or rainy days appear, do you give them all of your attention? If you are like most of us, you probably do. And like most of us, you give difficulty power. Nothing is ever as it seems. What looks bad today can be a blessing tomorrow. Challenges come so we can grow and be prepared for things we're not equipped to handle now. When we face our challenges with faith, prepared to learn, willing to make changes, and if necessary, to let go, we are demanding our power to be returned. Affirmation: my willingness to grow is my demand for power. If you felt that on any level like I did, take a nice breath, hold at the top, exhale to release. Placing your hand maybe over your heart so you can feel the power of your heartbeat. Maybe reflect back on something that resonated from that passage. Why do we hold on to things that don't serve us? When we hold on to things that don't serve us, it's as if we're battling ourselves, challenging ourselves to something that isn't even worth it. What are some ways we can let go of the power of the mind to keep us moving forward? Sometimes the stories that our mind tells us is what keeps us stuck, keeps us frazzled, frustrated, angry, sad. To bring this lesson onto the mat, how can we use our bodies today and maybe be in uncomfortable positions, but not let the mind be the thing that's our worst enemy? How can we allow ourselves to just feel into our body, breathe into the thing that might be uncomfortable, and keep it pushing? How can you also apply these same principles off the mat? If you would like to, I invite you to go ahead and create an intention for the rest of the practice today. Maybe it's based on some of these foundations that we just explored with our breath work right now, through the passage. Maybe our intention is just to do our best. Start to bring some awareness back to your body. Maybe start to wiggle your fingers. Start to rock in your seat as you start to feel your spine sway slightly. Fluttering the eyes open if they weren't already open. And now we'll go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Once again, maybe you want to transition into crisscross, or maybe you want to sit on your calf. Either way, find your seat. On the next inhale, we'll go ahead and inhale our arms up, shoulders down, palms facing each other. Exhale, twist to the right as you place the left palm on the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist a little deeper. Go at your own pace. On your next inhale, look forward. Exhale to untwist. Inhale to lift the arms above us. Exhale to twist to the left, placing the right palm on the outside of the left knee, left hand behind us. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist a little deeper. On your next inhale, go ahead and look forward. Exhale to untwist. We'll go ahead and do that a little more. Inhale. Rise the arms. Exhale to twist to the right. Left palm on the outside of the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale to twist. Keep doing a couple more breaths on your own. Maybe you want to reach around your back for your left hip crease to feel a deeper twist. If you're not ready for that, don't force your body, and don't judge yourself if you aren't there either. On your next inhale, look forward. Exhale to untwist. Inhale the arms upward. Exhale to twist to the left, placing the right palm on the left knee, left hand behind you, or you can reach around your back and find your right hip crease. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist. Take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, look forward. Exhale to untwist. All right, next one, inhale, the arms upward. Exhale, bend the elbows at 90 degrees, cactus arms, palms facing forward. Inhale, upward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, upward. Exhale, cactus. All right, last one. Inhale upwards. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, both arms upwards. Exhale, place the right palm down next to you and start to reach your left arm towards the right as you find a nice stretch across the left side body, creating a little bit of a bend in your right elbow to support this bend on the left. We'll go ahead and inhale back to center, both arms up. Exhale, place the left hand down as you reach your right arm across to the left, feeling length in the right side body. So go ahead and inhale back to the center. Exhale towards the right once more. Maybe step or walk the hand a little further out and bring the forearm down to the floor. Feeling a deeper stretch on the left. And if you're not ready for this one as well, don't force something that you're not comfortable in. So go ahead and inhale back to the top. Exhale, walk the hand to the left, maybe a little further out so you can put the forearm down, otherwise just enough to feel the stretch on the right side body. So go ahead and inhale back up to the top. Both arms up. We'll exhale in the cactus, and we'll do this one 5 times. Go at your own pace. If you want to feel a little bit more chest expansion, you can go ahead and bring your chest out, bringing the elbows back, but still keeping the elbows in line with the shoulders. This is meant to be a heart opener physically, energetically. And for some of us, this might remind us of different positions that our ancestors have been in bondage, or currently, based on the situations going on in America right now, or around the world, really. Whatever comes up for you in this practice, just feel it. Don't judge it, just feel it. At the top of, on the next one, go ahead and inhale the arms up. Exhale, place the hands on the knees. And now if you're not in a crisscross applesauce position, maybe it might be easier to get here, but if you want to stay wherever you are, you can stay there too. But inhale the chest forward, chin up, head back. Exhale, round the spine the other way as you bring your gaze towards your belly. Inhale, chest out, chin up, head back, shoulders down. Exhale as you round the other way. Go at your own pace. This class is meant to relieve some tension. Maybe even tension that you just feel from work. A lot of us might be working from home right now, on the keyboard, on our phone. Our head might be down a lot. Our posture might not be so great. For us, mobilizing the spine right now might really be helping us to get some mobility that we don't always get. And a lot of us might even not be opening up our hips as much. We might be sitting a lot in a general position. So I'll make sure we get some routine maintenance in the hips today as well. If you want to start swinging the spine, or if you want to keep going with this movement, this feels good, stay here. But if you want to go ahead and start swinging the spine, inhale the chest forward. Exhale as you start to sweep it to the left, then curve it inward as you start to swing it to the right. And inhale to bring it forward again. We'll do a couple rotations, swinging the chest around our center point of our spine, our hips. At the end of this next rotation, go ahead and switch sides, switch direction. All right, finishing up the last rotation. Now we'll go ahead and focus on the shoulders a little bit. So I'll give you a little bit more time as you're finishing up the last one. On your next inhale, I want to make sure you can hear the jam too. But on the next inhale, go ahead and inhale your shoulders up. Exhale as you bring them back and down. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale the shoulders up. Exhale back and down. Inhale up. Exhale back and down. 2 more. So this is where we want our shoulders to be. Once we go back and down, this is where we want our shoulders to be in the practice. At the start of that inhale, we don't want our shoulders up here as they're upward or in any kind of extension of our arms. Make sure that the shoulders stay down. So now we'll go ahead and switch directions to give it more mobility. So inhale the shoulders up. Exhale them forward and down. Inhale up. Exhale forward and down. Inhale up. 2 more on your own. All right. Now we'll go ahead and inhale the arms back to straight above us. Exhale to cactus at 90 degrees. Inhale here. Exhale to bring the forearms, elbows, and palms to touch in front of us. Inhale back out. Exhale as you bring all of them in front of you again. Inhale back out. Still being mindful of keeping the elbows in line with the shoulders. Exhale as you bring them in front of you. Do 2 more on your own. Maybe poke the chest out a little further. Maybe even bring some more spine mobility into this. As you inhale forward, your chest goes forward. As you exhale back, your spine goes back. 1 more. Now we'll go ahead and, excuse me, we'll go ahead and place the hands behind us, interlacing the fingers behind us. We'll go ahead and inhale, our chest forward, shoulders rolling back. Exhale here. Inhale upward. Exhale, maybe start to bow forward, bringing the hands above you. Exhale to release. We'll do that one more time. So inhaling, the shoulders back, chest up and forward. Exhale, start to bow and bring the hands with you. On your next exhale, go ahead and release. All right, I see we have some new people in here. If you want to make sure that my video is pinned, go ahead and just click on speaker view or pin my video. But I encourage you to try to stay in your own zone and listen to the cues before you look at the screen. But if you're still confused, look at the screen. If you're still confused, we have Zakia, who's in our chat room from AACSA. But now we'll go ahead and find a stand. So go ahead, take your time to stand at the top. If you want to go ahead and stay seated for the rest of the class, you can. Enjoy the music, do your own spine mobility and stretches. I encourage you to do whatever you'd like. At the end of the day, yoga is always your own practice. But as we're at the top of our mat, we'll go ahead and find mountain pose. This is the standard standing position in yoga. So go ahead and dig your big toes into the earth. Maybe fan your toes out across the mat. Start to feel your inner arches pulling up. Start to bring that pull through the midline of your legs as you feel the strength in your legs. If you usually have extra curve in your lower back, go ahead and tilt the hips forward, bringing the navel inward towards the spine. Still extending through the crown of your head. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Palms flipped forward. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale here, feel your strength, reconnect with your intention. So go ahead and inhale the arms upward. Sweep them up, still being mindful of the shoulders, palms facing towards each other or behind you. Exhale the hands through heart center as you bend into a forward fold. Maybe you need to bend your knees to touch your mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine to be parallel with the earth. Half lift. Exhale, fold. At this moment, go ahead and find both of your elbows with your hands, cup them. Maybe you really do need to bend the knees to maintain comfort here as we ragdoll. Swing the spine from side to side. Maybe shake the head yes and no. We're really taking care of the spine and allowing the spine to just drop. How many times a day do we really find ourselves upside down and giving the spine a break? And sometimes we forget that our neck is a part of our spine, so we need to take care of that as well. Once you feel like you've shook your head yes and no, and you've swung side to side as much as you can, we'll go ahead and take 3 to 5 breaths to come back to the top. So press through the seat, squeezing the glutes and hamstrings as you slowly roll vertebrae by vertebrae back to the top. Once you get back to the top, you can release the elbows if you didn't and roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Palms facing forward. Finding that nice strong mountain pose once again. We'll go ahead and inhale to swing the arms upward once again. Exhale, hands to heart center and down to the mat as we find our forward fold. Inhale to lengthen the spine, parallel with the earth. Exhale to find your plank pose. Maybe you need to go through hands and knees. Otherwise, you can step back. Inhale at the top, push the floor away. Exhale as you bend the elbows, letting them guide and touch the sides of your ribs. Inhale to cobra. Exhale down. We'll do this a couple times. So cobra pose. Your hands should be in line with your shoulders next to your chest. Go ahead and inhale the head and the chest off of the mat. Exhale to bring it back down. We might feel a couple different things here. So as we inhale the chest and head off of the mat, you kind of have to squeeze the glutes, bring strength into the lower back. Bring the pubic bone to dig into the mat. Exhale down. We'll do that one more time. So inhale the chest and head up. Squeeze all those muscles to maintain this position. We'll just be here for a couple breaths. If you want to try to challenge yourself, you can go ahead and lift the hands off of the mat. The goal of Cobra isn't to have the weight in your hands. So if you can challenge yourself and bring the weight totally out of the hands, to rely on all of those muscles to keep you here, do that. Exhale to release. So this is one of the poses you can take in a traditional vinyasa, the push-up to downward dog. But if you want to stay with this one, you can. If not, I'll introduce you to upward dog. Go ahead and press all of your weight into your hands and only the tops of the feet, not in the thighs. This is upward dog, squeezing the glutes, feeling that lower back pressure. Wherever you are, go ahead and exhale, send those hips straight to the sky and find your downward facing dog. Maybe walk out the legs, alternating your knees being bent. The goal of downward facing dog isn't to have your feet on the floor necessarily. The goal is to ensure that you have a nice long spine. So if you need to bend your knees to give your lower back a break so you can have a nice long spine, do that. And most of us might be feeling some tricep pressure. We might not be in this position all the time. That's a traditional yogi beginner feeling. Press your weight into your fingertips, like the knuckles of your fingertips. Press the weight in between the skin, between the thumb and the index finger. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, bring the feet to the hands, maybe stepping, hopping, or jumping. Inhale to lengthen the spine to be parallel with the earth, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you come back to standing, sweeping the arms up. Upward salute, palms facing towards each other to straighten the arms. Exhale the hands to heart center. Inhale, we'll do that a whole sequence one more time. Inhale to lengthen the arms above us, upward salute. Exhale as we find our fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, find your plank. Inhale at the top, press the floor away. Exhale, chaturanga, bend the elbows to touch the sides of your ribs. Inhale upward, either cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Believe it or not, this is a resting pose. So if you just need a break and you don't want to do the vinyasa sequence, the push-up sequence, you can just meet us back here. Or you can find child's pose. I'll introduce that one to you after this. Inhale to bend the knees and look forward. Exhale to step, hop, or jump your feet to the top. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Arms up. Exhale your hands to heart center. So now we're gonna go ahead and bring a chair into this sequence. Not a physical chair, but body chair. So go ahead and bring your big toes, the sides of your big toes to touch. Your heels are slightly apart. Fan your toes out across your mat. Now you can either keep your hands at heart center or you can sweep them above you. If you usually have some shoulder mobility issues, maybe the hands at heart center might be easier. But inhale the arms upwards into our upward salute. Exhale, go ahead and bend into the knees as you find your chair pose. If you can, look down, ensure that your toes or your knees don't pass your toes. If you have some extra curve in your lower back, tilt those hips forward, bringing the lower belly inward. How can you go a little deeper while still maintaining your alignment? Nice long spine. Inhale here. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, find your plank, or you can find your downward facing dog, up to you. Inhale at the top, press the floor away. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward, cobra or up dog. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg to rise, toes pointing down. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose as you round the spine. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose and hold. Press the floor away. Now step the foot through. If you need a little extra time to get there, I understand. We're gonna stay in this little, what was that?
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't. Not for me at least, but no judgment for you if it does. Go ahead and inhale the arms to rise as we find our high lunge. Be mindful of your hips being square, so you can physically place your hands on your hips to make sure they're square. Energetically, you want to feel like your inner thighs are magnetizing towards each other, so that might help you also get that right squared off hips. Still be mindful of your shoulders being down. We'll go ahead and exhale our hands back down to the mat as we find our downward facing dog or vinyasa. Inhale to press the floor away. Exhale, push up. Inhale, upward, cobra, up dog. Exhale to press the hips up into downward facing dog. Now we'll go ahead and find child's pose just so we're all clear on what that means. You can go ahead and bring a bend into your knees as you come down onto your mat. Spread your knees to the length of your mat. We'll go ahead and exhale and bring our bum towards our tops of, or our heels. If you want some shoulder stretching, kind of like some side body stretching, you can reach your hands in front of you. If you want something a little more passive, you can go ahead and bring your arms towards your side. Up to you. We'll take 2 breaths while we're here. On your next inhale, go ahead and rise back up. Find your downward facing dog. Go ahead and bring your right foot towards the midline of the mat and inhale the left leg up, toes pointing down. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold, press the floor away, and step it through. Giving you a little extra time to get there if you needed to put the knee down. Inhale to rise. Hips square, magnetize the inner thighs. Our back heel is still lifted. We're only on our back toes on our right foot. Still keeping a nice bend in the front knee. Shoulders down. On your next exhale, go ahead and release your hands down to the mat and find your plank pose or your downward facing dog. Inhale at the top, press the floor away. Exhale, bend the elbows as you find your chaturanga. Inhaling upward, up dog or cobra. Exhale, sweep the hips up, find downward dog. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or jump your feet to the top. Inhale to lengthen the spine, parallel with the earth, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through your feet as you find upward salute. Arms straight above you. Exhale, find your hands to heart center. Now we'll go ahead and find our warrior two. So go ahead and fold back down as you exhale. Step your foot, your right foot back. Almost towards the back, but not totally there. Your back heel is up, toes are down. And now we'll go ahead and rotate our toes to the right, bringing the pinky edge of our foot to be parallel with the back of the mat. And now we'll go ahead and bend into the left knee and open up into our warrior two, arms out at a T, hips facing on the right side of the mat. Maybe look down and see if your left heel is in line with your right arch, or maybe in line with your right heel, whatever is more comfortable for you. All of our bodies are made differently. Still being mindful of the shoulders being down, not having the front left knee surpassing the ankle. Inhale to flip the front palm and reach it back. Reverse warrior, placing the right hand either on the back of the thigh or on your shin. Or you can reach around your back and find your left hip crease. Whatever works for your practice. On your next inhale, we'll go ahead and come back to warrior two. Exhale, bring the left elbow on top of the left knee, keeping the right arm straight out or a little bit forward in front of us, palm facing down. Still pressing the weight out of the left shoulder as you press into the elbow that's on top of the knee. On your next inhale, come back to warrior two. Still being mindful of keeping a bend in the front knee, flip the front palm, reach it back as you find reverse warrior. Bringing your hand wherever is comfortable on top of the thigh, shin, or reaching around your back to find the left hip crease. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, bringing the left elbow on top of the left knee, right arm reaching above or in front of you. If you want a little bit more of some stretching, you can go ahead and reach the left hand down towards the arch of the foot. No pressure if you're not ready for that. Don't force yourself into something you're not ready for in life and on the mat. We'll go ahead and inhale as we find our warrior two. Exhale as we wave our hands down outside of our foot, either finding downward facing dog or plank, regardless. Inhaling at the top if you're in plank. Exhale as you bring the elbows on the sides of the ribs, chaturanga. Inhaling upward. Exhale, press the hips up as you find downward facing dog. We'll go ahead and do the same on the left. Wait. right. So go ahead and bring the right foot up.
Mute. Hide.
Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, press the floor away, step the right foot up. Take your time. In the high crescent lunge is a moment. So at this point, go ahead and bring your left toes towards the left side of the mat as you start to step your heel down. And go ahead and wave your arms into a warrior two. Look to see if the pinky edge of your left foot is parallel with the back of the mat. If your right heel is in line with your left arch or left heel, whatever is comfortable. Still keeping a nice bend in the front knee. Inhale to flip the front palm. Exhale as we sweep it back. Finding whatever hand position is comfortable for you on the thigh, shin, or reaching around the back for the right hip crease. Maybe you notice differences on your left versus right thigh. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale to come to extended side angle, bringing the right elbow on top of the right knee, sweeping the right arm right out or above us. Still pressing the weight of the right shoulder out. Pressing the shoulder away. Notice the thoughts that might have been coming up for you. Maybe you don't want to stay in certain positions, or maybe you're not the biggest fan of something. Maybe you're feeling muscles fire up that you haven't felt fire up in a while. Don't judge those thoughts. Just stay consistent with the practice. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale as you flip the front palm and sweep it back, reverse warrior. Inhale back to a warrior two. Exhale into extended side angle, bringing the elbow on top of the knee. If you want a little bit more of a mobility challenge, you can go ahead and reach that right hand down towards the inner foot. Go ahead and inhale back to a warrior two. Exhale as you wave the hands down outside of the right foot. Find your plank or your down dog. If you're in plank, inhale at the top, press the floor away. Exhale as you bend into the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale upward, cobra up dog. Exhale, send the hips high as you find your downward facing dog. We'll go ahead and look forward, bend the knees, inhale, exhale as you find your feet to your hands. Inhale to half lift, spine parallel with the earth. Exhale, fold. Now bringing the toes to touch, sides of the toes. Heels slightly apart, we're gonna find our chair, but we're gonna deconstruct it. So toes to touch. Heels slightly apart. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees if you haven't already. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands in front of, or your arms in front of you to straighten or at heart center. Exhale here. Inhale as you start to peel the belly off of the thighs. Chair pose. Still looking down to make sure that your knees haven't surpassed your toes. Still engaging a nice long spine. Maybe you're scooping your hips forward, bringing the low belly closer to the back of the spine. Continue to breathe here as we heat up, feel some fire. We'll go ahead and press into our feet and our glutes as we inhale to sweep the arms up and stand. Exhale your hands to heart center. All right, now we'll go ahead and find a seat. If you need to take a break and get in a child's pose, you can go ahead and do that. Either way, go ahead and come down onto your feet. Feet are in front of you on the mat, knees bent. And we'll just do boat pose twice. We'll do 2 different variations. So on the first one, we're gonna bring our shins parallel with the earth and bring our arms in front of us. So on your next inhale, go ahead and find that balance, maybe bringing one leg up at a time to be parallel with the earth. Then lean back just a little. This is low boat. Just continue to breathe here. Great job. Go ahead and exhale to release back down. This time, maybe bring the feet closer so you can hug your knees in just a bit. Bringing your face to touch your knees if you're able. Go ahead and bring your feet out a little further, wherever you did in your first position. Now you can use the same variation and I will introduce the second one as we're in the first one. So go ahead and find your low boat, maybe stepping 1 foot up at a time, maybe bringing them to rise slowly. Shins parallel with the earth. You can either stay here, or you can go ahead and straighten the legs into a V. And maybe if you want to go ahead and extend the arms to be in line with the spine, you can find your high boat. Focus on the breath more than the pain. One more breath here. Exhale to release. Hug the knees in once again. Now we'll go ahead and straighten out the right leg in front of us. Left leg is still bent. We'll go ahead and bring the left foot over the right as we bring the left foot on the right side of the right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine upwards. Exhale as you hug the knee in. Just give your knee a hug. Feel the left glute feeling the stretch. Inhale to lengthen again. Exhale as you start to twist, placing the left hand behind you. Right arm is still hugging that knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring the elbow on the left side of the knee as you go into a deeper twist. If this is a little too deep, you can definitely still keep hugging the knee. Continue to inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. On your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, untwist. And we'll go ahead and do the same on the left side. So go ahead and bend the right knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to step the right foot over the left knee to now be on the left side. Inhale to lengthen the spine again. Exhale to hug the knee in, feeling that right glute start to stretch. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale as you place the right hand behind you. You can stay here as you twist. Otherwise, inhale to lengthen. Exhale as you hook the left elbow outside of the right knee. Twist a little deeper. You can bring the arm to straighten, the left arm to straighten. Maybe you can find a hand symbol here if you'd like. Still being mindful of the weight you're carrying in your right shoulder. Press the floor away. And now we'll go ahead and inhale to look forward. Exhale to untwist. Placing both of the legs down in front of you. We'll go ahead and lay down and bend the knees, bringing your feet down on your mat. Now to bring some mobility into our hips. Maybe we're sitting all day. Now this one is for you. We'll go ahead and find our bridge pose. So inhale to lift the hips. Maybe you're starting to feel the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes fire up. How can you bring the hips a little higher? On your next inhale, bring the arms above your head. Exhale as you send the hips back down towards the mat. We'll do that one more time. Maybe this time you can interlace your hands behind you. So inhale the hips up and start to interlace your hands behind you. Swinging the shoulders under. Bringing the pinky edge of the hands down. How can you send the hips higher? We'll go ahead and inhale to release the hands as you sweep your arms above your head. Exhale, bringing the hips down. Now go ahead and hug the knees in. Maybe you start to rock side to side to massage your entire back. Or you can start to rock forward and back so you can get the top and the bottom. You kind of want to bring some momentum into the forward and back. You can grab the back of your knees and just start to bring yourself forward and back. If you want to make this more of an active thing, you can release the hands so you can use more of your abs as you go forward and back. Wherever you are, we'll go ahead and find a nice comfortable seat as we close out the practice. Find a nice comfortable seat once again. Finding a nice soft gaze in front of you or closing your eyes. Inhaling the shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe bringing the hands on top of your knees. Feel the body that you've been given. Maybe flipping the palms upward. Let's envision the day, month, or year that we still want to have. What qualities within yourself do you need to receive those parts of the day, month, or year? As our affirmation said earlier, what do you possibly need to let go of? What control, what power are you giving your mind and outside circumstances that keep you away from your purpose? or away from letting things go.
Sorry to interrupt you guys, but we're gonna have to close it out pretty soon.
Thank you. I'll be just 2 more minutes,
Okay.
and then we can get into question and answer.
Okay. We're having a little bit of interference with our other meeting, so I don't know if we'll be able to have a Q&A for this session. I apologize.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we'll go ahead and bring our hands to heart center, everybody. Thumbs in line with our sternum, our chest bone. Let's go ahead and create some heat in between our hands, bringing presence to this body. Bringing heat. The heat that we've created here, go ahead and place it on your heart. Be thankful for the experience of life, the breath that we get to experience, the heartbeat that sends blood through our body. As we celebrate this Juneteenth today, continue to reflect on the ancestors that we have as a collective and the ancestors that brought you here to this earth. Be thankful for this experience, regardless of what you might be going through today. We don't have to love the path that got us here, but we at least have to respect it if we appreciate where we are today. Bringing the hands back to heart center. Thank you so much for giving yourself time to practice today. I hope this was able to loosen you up a little bit, release some tension that you felt maybe from the week or recent experiences. I hope you were able to honor whatever you were feeling throughout the practice. And I hope I get to see you again. So until next time, take care. I hope you have a great week. I hope you continue to take care of your mind, body, and spirit. And I will see you next time. So just really quick, I will show the affirmation book if anyone was curious what that came from. Ayan Levanzant, Acts of Faith, Daily Meditations for People of Color. This is a book that I've held true and dear to me for the past 2 years. But if we don't have time for question and answer, you can definitely find me on Instagram. I'll type in my name right now. And I see some familiar names. Hey, good to see you again. Thanks for coming and supporting. But this is my Instagram if you do want to still interact after this. But thank you so much for practicing today. I hope you have a great rest of a celebration of Juneteenth.